We're focusing on agency relationships and fiduciary duties for the California real estate exam, a topic that makes up about 17% of your test. Let's start with the key players. The principal, also known as the client, is the person who hires the agent. The agent acts on behalf of the principal and owes them a fiduciary duty. A third party, often the buyer when you're representing the seller, is called a customer. You owe a customer honesty and fairness, but you do not owe them fiduciary duties. The exam will test your understanding of this difference. For example, a question might describe a scenario where you represent a seller and ask what duty you owe to the buyer, who is your customer. The answer is honest and fair dealing, not the full range of fiduciary duties. The exam also distinguishes between a special agent and a general agent. Most real estate licensees are special agents, hired to perform a single act, like selling a specific house. A property manager, on the other hand, is a general agent with a broader, ongoing set of responsibilities. Agency relationships in California can be created by express agreement, either oral or written, although written is always best. They can also be created by ratification, where the principal approves an act performed on their behalf without prior authority, or by estoppel, where a principal's actions lead a third party to believe an agency relationship exists. Termination of agency is another key exam topic. An agency can be terminated by completing the purpose of the agency, by mutual agreement, or by operation of law, such as the death of the principal or agent. For instance, if your seller client dies, the listing agreement is automatically terminated. Now let's get into the heart of agency, the fiduciary duties. The easiest way to remember these is with the mnemonic OLDCAR: obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, and reasonable care. Under the duty of obedience, you must obey the principal's lawful instructions. The exam might present a trick question where a seller instructs you to do something illegal, like discriminating against a protected class. Your duty is to refuse the unlawful instruction. Loyalty means you must put your client's interests above everyone else's, including your own. An exam question might describe an agent buying their own listing without disclosing it to the seller, which is a clear violation of loyalty. Disclosure is a major topic. You must disclose all material facts to your client. However, you also have a duty to disclose known material facts about the property to all parties, including the customer. An exam scenario could involve you knowing about a leaky roof that the seller didn't mention. You must disclose this to the buyer, as it's a material fact. Confidentiality means you must protect your client's private information, such as their reasons for selling or their bottom-line price, even after the agency relationship ends. The exam loves to test this by having a buyer ask you, the seller's agent, what the seller's lowest price is. You cannot disclose this information. Accounting requires you to handle all money and property responsibly. Commingling, or mixing a client's funds with your personal funds, is a serious violation and a common exam question. Finally, reasonable care requires you to use the skill and diligence of a competent real estate professional. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.